What is up, everybody? Let's fire up the old time machine and head back to the 90s, a time where fries were fried in actual beef fat and Taco Bell had a burger. And
Choco
McDonald's was still,
Taco.
dude, was it the Bell Burger? I think is what the old school one was too. Delicious. And McDonald's was practically throwing anything at the wall and hoping it would stick. Today I'm joined by Goot and Max. Fellas, what's up?
How's
Good,
it
man.
going?
You know,
Yeah,
Taco
man.
Bell just had their conference. Did you see that? They have their yearly Taco Bell conference where they announce all the stuff that they're going to launch for the year.
Is
I
it because
have-
Devonta got released?
True, he did.
I have two questions too. One, I guess I didn't really know that was a thing, but two, how the hell did you know that was the thing? And how are you
TikTok.
following them?
TikTok. There's like a random guy that he talks about everything they announced. Apparently, they're gonna do like chicken strips, and they're gonna have like a '90s, or no, they're gonna do like an early 2000s. So they're gonna bring back the Doritos Locos Taco. And then they're gonna have a taco where the shell is just fried cheese. Yeah.
Say less.
They're apparently there's a new Midnight Blast, Baja Blast, or something. I don't know. I don't drink any of that shit.
My daughter did say something about there being a new Baja Blast, and I'm like, same. I was like, I don't drink that, but I was like, that's cool. I was like, but I didn't hear about the taco shell. That if it was like a Cheez-It, God, I'd probably drop $5 on that in a heartbeat.
Well, they had that. Do you remember that? They had a giant, it was in a Crunch Wrap. They had a giant
Crunch Wrap.
Cheez-It that they wrapped around.
I
That was
I
like
had it.
last year, I think.
Yeah, I tried it last year. It turned out that the giant cheese it was actually it got soggy, so
Mm.
it didn't really work well. That's why it disappeared pretty quick.
That's unfortunate. I remember when
It's a big Cheez-It.
Pizza Hut had the Cheez-It Pizzone or whatever. Dude, my son was obsessed with that. I think legit cried whenever I was like, hey man, I was like, that's no longer on the menu. What? Why would they get rid of it? I'm like, dude, these things are limited time. He's like, this one shouldn't have been. Like, damn, I think he was eating like 2 of those a week. Dude had bigger
How old's your
tits than his
son?
dad. He's 10 now, but this was probably like, man, this thing came out around COVID, maybe shortly after.
So my son, he's 8 years old, he drew me this picture today. He started getting into football. So,
Yeah.
So when I talk
That's
football,
awesome.
I talk Redskins, right? And so he has Redskins versus Eagles. Redskins 32, Eagles 5.
Hell yeah. Good for him.
You guys got Debo, man.
No,
Fat Debo is going to be wailing it up in the back.
225, man. 225, man.
It's ridiculous. But hey, I was wondering too, did you guys remember like a meal like back whenever you were a kid, like that you were super excited for at like a fast food restaurant or anything? Like you were like, hey, either like for me, like for instance, like I remember whenever I first had a Big Mac, like I felt like I was like, I'm a adult now. Like I can eat this, right? But really I was just a chubby 9-year-old that would just like with bitch tits that could just devour a Big Mac.
I remember this. You could get 2 for $5. I would be on top of that. I ate like 4 one time. I was like, this is the best days ever.
No, man. I never we were plain kids, me and my brother. We were picky eaters. We're still picky eaters. But like I would eat just like double cheeseburgers from Mickey's because we had a Mickey's down the street. But I'll never forget, dude. There was also a Burger King, and we went down there. We ordered sandwiches. We got back. My brother, we're just chubby fat kids. We get back. He is so excited to eat a sandwich. He opens it up, and they forgot to put the burger in the bun. It was just bun and cheese. And it's like you look at this fat kid get totally deflated. And I'm just dying, dude. I'll be 90. No, I'm not gonna live to 90. I'll be 60, and I'll be bringing it up. Like, remember that time you got a burger and it did not have a burger in it? It's almost like when you get a fortune cookie and there's no fortune in it.
Pisses me off. I'm like, I'm just destined to have a terrible day. Like, I don't believe in like those horoscope things. Like, oh, hey, today you're gonna have a 3-star day or whatever. Like, I don't believe in any of that stuff. But if there's no fortune in my fortune cookie, I'm like, today's gonna suck.
I thought I was gonna die. I thought that was an omen. It was like, no future book, bro. T-Dog, we went to Arby's once and they were out of roast beef. I don't know how that happens, but we pulled up and she was super excited because that's her favorite place. And, we get on and I'll take, 2 roast beef sliders or whatever. And they're like, yeah, we don't have any roast beef. And we just got to look at each other. We're like, and we just pulled away. I didn't even say anything. We just pulled away. Because, what do you say
That's
to
the move.
king of roast beef when they don't have roast beef?
They don't have the meats. For a second when you've been brought this up, I think you said, what was your first meal you had? I was like thinking, what was my first meal?
Titty. Even though it was your mom's, but it was still a titty. Now, I don't know. I remember, one time too, my cousin, he took me out to a McDonald's and he's like, hey man, just get whatever you want. And I'm like, all right. I was like, give me a Big Mac. And I was like, and a 20-piece McNugget. And he goes, God damn. And he even the cashier was kind of like looking at me like, are you sure you can eat all this? I was probably, I don't know, maybe 8, 9. I don't remember. I was pretty young. But they're like, can you eat all that? I'm like, I don't know what I'm about. And they're like, he's like, why don't you just get one of them? And I'm like, how about a 10-piece and the Big Mac? And he's like, Jesus Christ. And literally, I mean, he's probably what started this whole thing. Now it was a slippery slope. And I fell into eventually losing one of these feet.
Didn't they?
Rest in peace.
Didn't McDonald's do was it a 25-piece? What was the max that they did?
50. The bucket of nuggets.
I never got the bucket. I think I got the 20 or 25 piecer. And I would buy it and I would just, because this is when I was working at GameStop because I was always on my feet. And I was, 140 pounds. I could just eat whatever I wanted. I would just put it in the back room and I'd fly back. I'd eat 3 nuggets and then go back to work. And it would last all day. You could eat nuggets. I mean, they're basically plastic, but you'd eat nuggets all day,
Did you guys have a favorite Happy Meal toy from you remember just hey, right now I get excited for the Pokemon one just relevantly now, but as you were a kid, you remember that's the one you wanted to get and you got it?
I was not really the Happy Meals. I was excited when they did the Batman promotion. The glass cups. You have Batman, Robin, Riddler, and Two-Face. Those glass cups. I still have them, but those are artifacts to me. They're precious, beyond priceless. So that was
those somewhere too.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't really. I was never into Happy Meals. That was beneath me,
bro. The greatest ever toy was the Pokeballs with the gold etched Pokemon on them. There is nothing that beats anything else. Those are 100% the greatest promotional toys ever in a Happy Meal.
That one is top tier. And I just remember too, I guess this one isn't McDonald's, but I got super excited whenever I was a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, whenever I was growing up, and you didn't see that stuff a lot anywhere. And Burger King rolled out with some of the sickest Dragon Ball Z. I probably had a kid's meal or a crown meal, whatever it's called, every day for 2 weeks because I wanted to collect those and the Rugrat watches, dude. Those were
yeah, I remember that.
Locked and stuff.
Dude, I actually just found my old Dragon Ball Z collection 2 weeks ago. I remember, and this was when they first came out. Do you remember the cards from 2000 that they came out with? It was like a Yu-Gi-Oh trading card game. Yeah. I have binders of them. And I'm Goku, Gohan, fuck Vegeta, old school cards. I'm well, I'm going to need to price these babies up. They're old as shit.
Dude, I still remember just watching and just waiting for when Goku went Super Saiyan 3, dude. We put a blank tape in the VCR. We were programming it. We were oh, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And them, they're hey, it's going to happen on the next episode. And then it'd be 4 episodes before just one thing would actually happen. So we're this is finally going to happen. This is finally going to happen. And I just remember he screamed for 13 minutes. And I'm this is the greatest night of my life. Me and my brother were just screaming till it works. We're just screaming upstairs. My mom's what the are you guys doing? Why are you screaming? Mom, you wouldn't understand. Okay, we're trying to go Super Saiyan. Leave us alone.
The Majin Buu saga, bro, was the best. That arc was the best arc for DBZ. Dude, how lucky were we as kids? We had the original Batman, the original Spider-Man,
You mean the
Dragon
animated
Ball
shows?
Z, yeah, like all of those animated shows when we got home from school from like 3 to 5 or 3 to
Power
6,
Rangers
whatever.
too. Yeah.
Like, and then the Saturday morning cartoons, like those,
Goosebumps. Yeah.
there was nothing like any of those cartoons. They still
No.
haven't made like the original X-Men. The
That's where
original
I was.
X-Men was
Yeah,
so good they brought it back
Yes.
on Disney Plus.
He's set. No, 97, 94, 94.
No, I think it was 97. I think you're right.
Yeah, nice.
and just the theme songs were so iconic. Oh, dude, love. And I even behind me here, I even have an autograph from Vegeta. Is how much of a nerd that I saw him at Comic-Con. Waited an hour to shake his hand, dude. Greatest time of my life. I was like, I'm reliving my youth.
So yeah, so I never really got into that kind of show, like that whole Dragon Ball Z stuff. That completely missed me. So when you said that, just experience, I flashed to the recent Mandalorian show where Grogu's captured and like you see the X-wing fly in. I just get up and say, oh, "Shit, he's here!" And everyone's like, my wife and kids like, "We talking about?" I'm like, "Holy shit!" I'm like, looking at the screen like LeBron. I'm like, "It's Luke Skywalker."
We like they started like putting like some Dragon Ball Z movies out in theaters again, probably in the last, I don't know, 6 or 7 years. But we went and I wore like a t-shirt, and I even told like my wife, I was like, hey, is this pretty nerdy to wear like a Dragon Ball Z t-shirt
Is this
in
gay?
the movies? Pretty much. I'm like, hey, are you still gonna f me when we get home if I wear this in the movie theater? And she's like,
drier
it's
than a sand patch.
they're the
Oh,
same. And like she just, and like the first time like when she started watching it, I could just see her just kind of like, you're still into this? And I'm like, oh, no, yes, I very much am. So, and so, and then like other people were dressed up in full costume, which power to them, whatever. And I was like, I was like, we're probably gonna be the only one in the theater, and that's what she kept saying too. She's like, it's just gonna be you and I. And I was like, you gonna give me a handy during this? I was like, if it is just us. But she, when we get there, it was like packed, and it was just a whole bunch of sweaty, smelly nerds all in a theater. And she's just like, this is my worst nightmare, And as the movie like started, like a whole bunch of people stood up and did like the Kamehameha thing against the screen. And I've never seen her eyes roll so far back. And she's like, my God. She's like, how long is this movie again? And I'm like, it's almost 2 hours. She's like, jeez.
What's your go-to movie snack? Because like we have movie theaters here that have like almost like half restaurants, so we could get booze, and then you could get like mini pizzas. It's definitely better than it was 10 years ago. Like you could definitely get some interesting things. But like for me, it's pretzel bites. Pretzel bites are my thing, and Twizzlers. That's like and I don't really eat candy like ever. If I ate candy, I'd probably be 700 pounds. Really, I would be epically large. But like pretzel bites are my shit when I and it depends on the cheese, but actually it doesn't really. I'll still eat it. It doesn't matter. It could be the cheapest Mexican cheese like out of a can. I'm still gonna eat it.
Queso fundido, just all in. Yeah, it's a tough one because my Alamo Draft House, we have like they'll bring like they have like buckets of beer, the pretzel, it's a full on pretzel, full on burgers, chicken tenders, whatever you want. I don't know. I'm not really I like watching the movie. I'm fine with popcorn. It's bland, but
yeah.
Like the little cookie dough bites. I'm a fat, that they're dipped in chocolate. Oh my God, dude. The best thing is, too, if you slap those bad boys in the freezer, I would do some dirty things for some frozen cookie dough bites right now. Oh my God.
I do like me some cookie dough.
But if they don't have
anything cookie dough related.
Same. And if they don't have that, I do like popcorn, but peanut butter M&Ms into the popcorn, that's some good shit.
So we have an old school theater that they redid, and T-Dog over here, of course it's me. I have to be the one that does this, so I look like the giant fat piece of shit. I get the gallon freezer bags, and she loves popcorn, but they have the butter yourself machine where it's just the little red button and it's just spurting movie theater butter. But someone told us that's the trick is you bring in the gallon bag, you put some of the popcorn in, you put it under the butter, move it around, put more in, put more butter. And then before you know it, you have the butteriest movie popcorn on the planet. but you also look like you should be 7,000 pounds by the end of it because there's a whole technique system to it, you know? But yeah, it's fun when normally I'm dragging her to see a movie she doesn't want to see, so I'm okay with doing it.
That is, if I see somebody whip out a gallon freezer bag or whatever, I'm not going to question it. I'm like, you know what? To each their own.
Smart move.
I won't. It is. It is. I've seen some people do the straw where they get a straw and they connect it to the tip of the butter machine, and then they put it into the middle of the popcorn, and so that way, whenever they disperse it, they can just pull the popcorn bucket down and it fills it up. And I'm like, that's smart too. Like
That's pretty good.
good moves. You know, fat people do great things to just truly enjoy the food. Like that's my favorite. Like anytime that someone's like, "Hey, what do you want to go do?" and I'm like, "Are we talking about going out to eat? Like, we got some food?" Like that's my number one thing. Like, no, dude, you want to go like bowling or something? Yeah, which one has the better food? You know, soft pretzels, pizza. That's. Sarah from In a Pickle Radio still not could believe that I have pulled pork at like literally every concession stand, and I even went to this archery meet, dude, and it was at like 10:30 in the morning, and I'm like, they're not gonna have anything here probably besides like water and some candy or something, and I was like, was that some barbecue? And I was like, no way, really? And I wanted to take a picture of the menu, but it was right where the kids are working in the window, and I was like, I'm gonna look like a pedophile. I was like, not gonna take a picture, but yeah, dude, it was $3.50 for some pulled pork nachos again. I was like, this is no reason why these Midwesterners are fat as is because cheap good food like that goes straight to my heart.
I saw a TikTok of a guy who he went to his first like baseball game in Seattle, and apparently he was hungry as shit. He went outside the baseball stadium, and this guy was selling. He like went up to this guy, was like, "You know what, man? I want you." He's like, "What you want?" He's like, "Surprise me." So this guy made him a hot dog, and apparently Seattle is known for their Seattle hot dog. It's a hot dog, cream cheese, and like fried onions or just onions or whatever. And the guy said it was the best thing he's ever had in his life. And then it was like 2 years later, he was still thinking about it. And then he saw the same guy working at the same stand, only to realize it's the only thing that stand sells is that specific hot dog. And he's like, this guy, I just walked, he's like, you remember me, man? You remember me? You like surprised me? Really, it's the only thing he sells is the Seattle hot dog. And I'm like, that would definitely be me, you know?
There's a picture of it. It looks, I'll try it, but I mean, I don't know. It doesn't sound appetizing.
I like me some cream cheese. I don't know how I feel about relish and onions.
Yeah.
And mustard.
See, I see mustard and I'm like, oh, I got to make sure I take my Prilosec because that's going to give me heartburn. You know, that's how old I am.
You're the youngest one here.
Yeah, but I'm the most out of shape and I've done the worst. I haven't ate healthy my entire life. It's just the end is near. They said like, I hit 35 and they're like, oh, that's midlife. And I'm like, if I'm lucky, like 70.
You're drinking water again, bro. You got to give yourself some credit.
Dude, that's the one thing I've been consistent on is the fact that I only limit myself to 1 can of Sprite a day. Like, honestly, even whenever I get to dinner and I'm like, it sounds kind of good. I'm like, not really. Like, I was like, I would really just rather have a water. So I think we're getting there, guys. I think we're getting there.
I mean, that alone will probably have you step out of your pre-diabetes and into normal life.
I hope so. Right now, I'm starting to look pregnant. I'm lactating. The whole works. It's terrible. But I did have a little game here, too. It's like a little rapid fire, just dumb or genius to kind of fall in line of the fast food of the 90s trend here. But there's some things on here that I was like, I didn't know if you guys remember or not. But let me see if I can get this bad boy pulled up and make sure I'm on the right thing. All right, so you guys just tell me if it's dumb or genius. Do you guys remember the Arch Deluxe?
I do.
I do not remember that.
They had their whole deluxe series. I think they had like a Grand Deluxe or something, but it was a quarter pound of beef on a split top potato flour sesame seed bun topped with a circular piece of peppered bacon. Leaf lettuce, tomato.
You were making this up. I wasn't even reading the description. I thought you were like, go word for word. I was like, holy shit, he should be like a
got that shit memorized.
Commercial announcers, bro.
Sign me up for an ad here, folks. Just sign me up. And honestly, I'm glad. I don't know what this was. That portmanteau? Portmanteau? What is that word over there? I'm not educated enough. Might be for Dijon mustard.
Portmanteau? I've never seen that word in my entire life.
Same
Me
here.
neither. I don't know what that is. But I'm not gonna lie, that looks like semen on here. That's honestly, that looks like what I hack up in the morning every time I'm like after I get done brushing my teeth, put the tongue too far back on the old tongue and I start hacking up. And then there's just black spots in there. And again, that's why I feel like the end is near. Like that is
Dijon and mayonnaise. Ugh.
Yeah.
what it needs bacon. Like that's honestly like get rid of that tomato. That tomato looks disgusting.
Every burger
Throw two
needs
slices
bacon.
of bacon on there.
Yes.
I'd be all right with it. So what do you guys think? Dumb or genius? I think it's
I think it's hardcore dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb. They're trying to be original, they're not. The arse on the crack of it just doesn't work.
yeah, not appetizing. How about the Burger King? The Burger King taco.
Awful.
Honestly,
That's not good.
the grease here is what's telling me yes. The broken shell and empty promise of any beef here is what's telling me no. But I'm a firm believer that anything can be fixed with sauce. Okay. If they have like, hey, they're like, you get 3 of these beef tacos with some nacho cheese. I'm like, sign me up. That sounds all right. That sounds okay.
This looks like you took this in the early 2000s. Like that's what it like you took this picture and you put up like a piece of Bounty paper towel behind this and it was like I'm taking this picture and I'm going to show this on a podcast someday.
I know, right?
It does
Daisy
look like
napkin.
the napkin. That's what it looks like. It looks like the restaurant napkin. But I'm gonna say
Ugh.
genius. I'm a sucker for a cheap taco, so I'm gonna say genius.
I mean, the concept is great. So I would say genius, but the presentation is like homeless man level. Like a homeless guy would be like, nah, I ain't this shit, bro.
That's stupid. Is there even cheese on there? I mean, come on.
See one.
Well, that's cheese.
I don't see any anywhere else. You do make a good point. There is one
at
piece
least
of
add
cheese.
One
bacon
strand
to
of
it.
cheese.
At least add bacon to it. I mean, come on, make it something special.
Is this mold?
Probably. God, it's awful.
Ugh.
It's so stupid.
All
Ugh.
right. Well,
Ugh.
no fun for good
That's
on the beef
not a
taco.
good picture.
How about the Bigfoot pizza from Pizza Hut? Do you guys remember that?
I do not remember that.
I don't recall this.
It's 2 square feet of pizza. It kind of reminds me of the Big Dipper one that they have now, or whatever the hell.
Well, they split it in half. They cut corners.
And it was 10.
Jeez,
Toppings.
3 toppings. Yeah.
That's how much it costs for like a schmedium pizza, and for no toppings.
This is genius.
I'm gonna say it's genius. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all about a 2-foot pizza.
Plus the presentation's perfect too.
I
Gay,
do like the fact that
Yeah, stupid.
gay, beyond gay. Get
I
rid of
see
it.
diarrhea. That's all
that
I
is
see.
stupid. To get this
I
shit away
see-
from gun to my head, I couldn't name all of those vegetables in those cups. Guaranteed. Terrible. Dude, okay. Do you
Oh
guys
my god.
spaghetti, Little Caesars? Now that's what I'm talking about. That's when that's when life was great. The crazy bread. Oh my god, was brilliant.
I don't know about that pasta sauce in the corner though. That shit looks like jelly.
Looks like chocolate pudding on noodles right now. That does not look. It looks like cranberry sauce.
Oh.
What is that? But it was a bucket of spaghetti that can serve up to 4 people. Pfft, amateurs. That's a silly.
I mean, I would definitely try it. Like I would eat it right now.
You know how cold spaghetti is really good? Cold Little Caesars slaps, dude. Imagine their spaghetti cold out of that bucket, just sitting there, just depressed, like just watching Seinfeld in the 90s. Just going
You
to
have
town.
me a goose sauce. I'm in.
That only cost $8.88.
Seriously?
Yeah, $8.88 for the whole bucket.
Out of here, bro.
Genius.
Genius.
It's
Might be
Genius.
Einstein level genius.
That's my favorite by far too. So apparently this went away for a little bit and became a regional thing. I guess I must be in the region, but popcorn chicken from KFC. I loved that shit. That was
Oh,
probably
I
my
love
favorite
popcorn chicken.
chicken. I'm picky, so sometimes whenever I used to eat chicken on the bone and everything, I'm like, oh, like there's a little random piece. And Max, don't make fun of me because I know you're probably the same way. You're like, you know what's easier? Popcorn chicken. I don't have to worry about anything.
That's why I'd rather eat boneless wings than bone-in. I know bone-in wings have better taste, but too much work. Nah, man. I'm a dipper. I eat food for the condiments like 99% of the time. So, now I wouldn't eat these by themselves. They have to come with a sauce of good nature. A honey barbecue, a barbecue, a spice. I like spicy barbecue, but that's harder to get.
Georgia Gold.
Yeah, I want something that's going to burn my mouth a little bit.
You know what? With that, give me a side of their brown gravy. I would dip it in that too. Just, I feel like Cartman whenever he was buying like the. Yes, I would. If I would ask him, like, do you guys have nacho cheese, sir? This is KFC. No, we don't have nacho cheese. That's a damn shame because I would dip these popcorn chickens into some nacho cheese. I'm telling you,
Popeyes has their popcorn shrimp. They're good. I like me some popcorn shrimp.
Yucky. I don't eat shrimp.
You're crazy.
Yeah,
I know.
Definitely genius.
I say genius. All right. So, do you guys remember the super bar at Wendy's?
No.
So I looked this up. I would kind of remember that being in there, but I didn't eat at Wendy's a lot as a kid. That wasn't one of the options apparently that my mom was fond of because we just never went there. But they had it was for $2.99. All you can eat. You can sit there all day and eat a Mexican, like they had burritos, they had pasta, they had salad. It was an all you can eat super bar.
I don't remember that. But I do remember the old school Wendy's that had like the glass archy like sit-in area. You know what I'm saying? Did you guys have any of those?
I did,
like
yeah.
The sit-in area was like an arch of glass when you sat in there. Here, I'll have to find it.
It brought me back. We said that. I flashed back to McDonald's at the second floor. You got that all-you-can-eat buffet for breakfast. For breakfast. And
this is what I think of from old school Wendy's. I don't know if you'll have this or not.
He doesn't. Yeah.
Do you remember that? This is the iconic early 2000s Wendy's, and with this shitty carpet too.
Dude, the chairs, just everyone had those type of chairs everywhere. Yeah. You know what I mean?
These hairdos, like this looks like a man, but it's probably a woman. With the wide back and a crazy ass burn.
That's Richard Simmons eating right there. You behave yourself.
Rip.
But no, that super bar though, I mean, I guess I didn't take advantage of it whenever it was around, but I would say that was genius. $2.99, all you can eat.
I tear up some Wendy's Italian food. Shit my pants from some Wendy's Mexican.
Dude, they have like those biggie meals now where you can manipulate their meals and get like a large combo meal and everything else for like $6. And they always have free nuggets on Wednesdays. I know we always talk about that, but they always have some kind of deal. And I'm like, about to get fat on some Wendy's. But now I don't care about the drink. I'm like, I don't drink. What do you want to drink? I was like, water. And they're like,
water.
You're like that fat person that comes in and orders a whole bunch of shit and gets a Diet Coke, but you just get a water. I'm like, I'm one step better than that piece of shit.
I'm just dipping my toe in the grave. I'm not all in.
Hey, I got one hand back out of the grave, baby. I'm clawing back out. Just when you thought you had me. It was getting warm there for a second. I was like, oh shit. And knowing these weak ankles, I'm not going to be able to walk up a lot of stairs. So unless heaven has an elevator, But no, I think there's something else on here too. Oh, did you guys remember the McLean Deluxe? We were talking about some of those deluxe sandwiches on, let's see if I can pull this bad boy up. I'm slow when it comes to this. Oh, there we go. And you want to talk about a news ad? Look at that bad boy. This was like
loving the neon lights.
I know, right?
20% water and 80% seaweed. Like it was their version of like the Impossible Burger that we had like recently with Burger King or whatever.
Well, it's
But
smart. It's smart advertisement to try to get people to think they're eating healthy.
That looks disgusting. I'd rather eat
nothing about
vomit.
that.
Yeah, the patty looks the patty
You know, I
looks
would take
fake.
you up on that. I would take you up on that. I would rather see you eat vomit. And if you did, I would eat
I
one
would
of these
eat the
sandwiches.
vomit and then vomit from the vomit and then try to eat the vomit I just vomited and vomit again. It would just be a never. I'd break myself. It'd be a never-ending
Vicious
cycle of
circle.
vomit.
Yeah.
I feel like though it says it looks like something that I would normally eat, then I could probably try to trick myself. But once I bite into it, I'm that texture person that I'm going to trigger my gag reflex. I might be able to get 2 or 3 bites in before I spit that bad boy right back up.
That burger is so cylindrical that you
I know.
know that it was made in a lab. Like that was not created anywhere from regular beef.
And those tomatoes, just get that stuff off of there.
Big giant slice. Ugh.
Yeah, man. It looks like
Well,
a Krabby Patty.
Since we're on this topic, then is there a food like a flavor of chips or anything that you guys remember as like amazing and they got rid of it? Because I know immediately I could tell you mine.
So they did bring mine back. So I guess there was one that I was pretty devastated on. Like, so Doritos had the green bag. It was a salsa verde Doritos.
Yeah.
Top tier Dorito. Top tier. They got rid of it for like 6 or 7 years. And I was so devastated. And then I was just walking through this ma and pa grocery store. And I was looking over the Doritos and I'm like, no, I think I bought 4 bags that day. And they're like, look at this heifer over here buying these expensive ass Doritos. And I'm like, worth every cent. Worth every cent. Now my kids are hooked on them. They're like, hey, Dad, you want to go spend like $6 a bag on these Doritos? I'm like, not really. But yes. Yes.
I will show you the best Doritos that have ever been invented that are gone. And I'm going to join this petition, but
Is it
these smoking cheddar barbecue. These were the hands down best Doritos ever invented, created. And they even brought them back at some point and then they got rid of them again. But these, hands down, were the best Doritos ever created.
When did this petition start?
Actually, someone still commented. Look, some commented in 23. But these were probably the best flavor of Doritos. Is this me? Did I put that? No, Julian. All right, Julian. Thinking like, brother. You ever just read these things? It's like reading comments on shit, dude.
I know, right?
Do you like the barbecue kind they have out now, like the regular barbecue ones?
They're okay. Like, I don't know, man. Sometimes it's the barbecue flavor. My favorite Dorito is the sweet chili. It doesn't matter. I did try they have a golden sriracha. I like spicy shit. So I tried that. It's not bad. It's not smoking cheddar barbecue, man. There's nothing that comes close. It's the flavor that got away. It really is.
The Great White Buffalo.
I'm sold on it. I mean, I'm not really a chip kind of guy, so I never really expanded in that universe. I'm the typical. I love the Doritos nacho cheese. That's good to me.
Basic bitch.
I like that. The sweet chili, spicy chili is hands down some of the best. It's got to be a top 3. Destroys regular Doritos.
Kind of like the fiery kind that they have too, like the flaming hot Cool Ranch ones. Those ones are good too. But I hate anything that stains your hands red. It's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Fat kid problems, I know. It's annoying.
The PTSD from
you're like and people are looking at you like you fat slob. You know when I feel the fattest when you're eating chips is when you get to the end of the bag and there's just that couple and you're just like you're looking around and every time you look around no one's looking and the moment you do this 3 people are looking at you, you're like you got crumbs all over your chest.
Especially when you're driving. It's the best to do it when you're driving.
It's worth the risk, If I'm gonna have to hit a couple bystanders, it's okay. As long as I get that I like those handicap hot fries, dude. Every time I go to the gas station, if I'm walking in there, I'm walking out with some handicap hot fries. Like that is, I love that shit, and I will do the same thing. Towards the end, I'll have it in my eyelashes too, and I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm like, ah, fat people problems. But
Look like a crackhead.
and what got the missus to fall in love with me too, those little like breadstick things that you dip in the cheese,
Yeah. Yeah.
So towards the end, if there's still some cheese left, I'm putting my tongue in there and that plastic and everything. She made eye contact with me and she's like, this guy can eat pussy. And I'm like, that's right, babe.
And then she
Love
looks
it.
down and sees your Dragon Ball Z t-shirt and she's like,
Yeah, she's like, and I'm dry again,
and it's back to the way it was.
When she started naming characters like and stuff, I was like, she even has a favorite character in the show now too. And I was like, damn, girl, still get me after all these years.
This.
And somebody was
True love.
cosplaying. I know. So someone was cosplaying as one of her favorite characters, and they walked past, and she's like, oh, "Can I get a picture?" I was like, "Nerd, look at you, nerd." And she's like, "Damn." She's like, "I put on deodorant though." She's like, "Unlike half these other."
Dude, I will say this. Like I told you guys I started collecting Pokemon cards again, and it's like impossible to find. But when you go into the stores, like sometimes I'm like, man, I probably look like I'm the biggest loser on the planet because I'm, 38-year-old guy looking in the Pokemon card section. And then I see the people that come in behind me to look. And I'm like, wow, actually, I am a catch. I am like the coolest of it. I mean, these guys come in, they 100% shouldn't be around kids. Like, they're like, just, I can't even explain it. You just have, like, the next time you're in Target, just walk by the Pokemon section. And then, tell me what you see. Because it's not going to be kids. It's just all grown men that haven't left their basement in like 20 years. And thinking to myself, I'm like, all right, it's not too bad. I'm not the worst. It could be worse.
I'll check it out when I go to Target or Walmart just to see if they have the original version. If I see that original like foil to it, I bring my son with me. I'm like, just to make it like, because there's no one's around there usually when I go. So I have him beside me. I'm like, keep a lookout, Bruce. Like, looking around, like I'm just looking through. So somebody looks at me like, hey, son, did you want that one? Like,
yeah, you can pull that away. I send T-Dog in, and she's just like, she's elbowing people out of my way. She's FaceTiming me like, all right, what do you want? Get the hell out of the way, kid. She's my enforcer.
It's always empty. Like every time I go to Target, like all the Pokemon stuff is gone. Like especially like the trading card stuff, like the elite boxes, all that. Everything is gone. And I know that the people like you, they know they're like, hey, Thursdays at 8:30. This is when they come by, And those people are just sitting there sweating, waiting. I'll go over there by like Thursday at 11, and I'm like, oh, there's something left. Nothing. Everything is wiped. It's insane.
It's actually not even fun. Like I haven't bought anything in like 2 or 3 weeks. It's just like not fun to try, and because you can't buy, like if you buy outside the stores, I mean you're paying absorbent amounts, and like trying to keep my costs down so I can like I got cards graded for the first time. I haven't gotten anything back yet, but I want to kind of sell those so I can buy more, and then sell those so I can buy more, and just kind of keep it going. It's fun to open shit with the wifey.
that's a scary thought though. I've had comics graded. So when you send it out to get graded, you're like, am I gonna get it back? Like, it's that fear. It takes a couple of weeks and like, oh, thank God it came back.
It's even worse, dude. It's even worse because so I did it with GameStop because they do card grading, and they send it out for you because it's cheaper. So like, gotcha. I don't know if they do that with comics. You can probably check, but they do it with cards. And I sent mine out January 20th. I got an email 2 days ago that they finally received it.
Oh my God.
I was sweating. I'm on Reddit. I'm like, does anyone else? Apparently PSA is just absurdly busy. So, they probably got the cards because the girl was like, oh yeah, I'll send them out tonight. So they probably had them 3 weeks ago. They just didn't get to them until I'm in the wrong business. I should have started a card grading business 20 years ago or whatever. But like PSA is the big one. And then Beckett, old school. And then there's a couple new ones. There's a one called Tag that uses AI, and it's starting to get pretty big because PSA is all humans. So there's a lot of times people just, when they get their cards back, if it's not a 10, they'll just break the case and then resend it in, and they'll get a better grade.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
that person, whoever's grading it, it's at their discretion. It's weird. So you can send a comic in and get a 9.4, break the case and send it back, and the next person who does looks at it gets a 9.8 or 10. And that minute difference costs thousands.
Yeah, like
Why?
and in the Pokemon world, there's no in the middle. So it's either a 9 or a 10. So nines are worth less than sometimes ungraded. So basically you spend $19 for someone to f you in the ass. Like that's kind of like honestly it's ridiculous. Like but you know like for instance one of the cards I sent out a 9 is worth $80, a 10 is worth $350. So like if I get a 10, the card value and without it it's like 90. So like the card value itself is 6 times what it would be if it's a 10 compared to if it's a 9. It's ridiculous actually. But
What was the Pokemon?
one of them was a Pikachu from the prismatic set. It was like a gold Pikachu. It's probably one of the best cards. And I sent off a Eevee. Eevee's like really big and obviously in the Pokemon world still. So, but both of the like literally I sent 4 cards. If they all get 10s, which I highly doubt, but if they all get 10s, it'd be like $1,000 worth of cards.
It's crazy
I'm
to
just
think that,
hoping
like
to
that.
get 1 or 2 to be 50% to 10. I'll be happy. But I don't, it's the first time I've done it, so I don't even know what I'm looking for half the time. I watch videos now, so I kind of know. But I did it after the fact. I'm like, I just took my 4 highest value cards and sent them in. It's a
I keep getting TikTok ads from your like the thing where you drop the card in and it automatically scans it and everything. And I'm like, what in the world? I was like, that thing is so. I know you said that you had something similar, but that's crazy.
yeah,
How like
yeah.
advanced
It's
this
pretty
stuff has
cool.
become.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's like the stock market. It's basically the stock market, and because it's gambling too. You open a pack, hopefully you get something. If not, you lose money basically. But you can sell stuff. I mean, I'm getting ready to start selling bulk stuff and all that. I did a ton of research, so we'll see how it happens. But I got to just make some of my money back. You know what I'm saying?
I used to like on Facebook there was like this company called Grand Slam Collectibles, and apparently like they're huge now. But they used to go on Facebook Lives and just rip all these packs. These people would just buy a random pack and they would open it, and they were like one of the first people that I seen kind of do those breaks. And I just remember just sitting there for like an hour. I'd make a Captain and Coke, just sip it on it, and just like this shit is awesome. I was like,
You drink?
back then I used to drink all the time. Yeah, dude, I would go through. I built a bar in my basement, and I had like the little liquor dispensers built in and everything too, because I would just go over there, make myself a Captain and Coke every single night.
Wow.
Now I still have that little Captain bottle over there from Max's. Oh, come on, I'm stupid. Max's 100th episode with the same amount gone. That much. I haven't had a sip of it since. It's called restraint, baby. No. But I do have a little mini game if you guys want to end on this bad boy. It's keeping up with uh that fast food of the 90s here, but this is a draft. I don't know how much you guys like drafts, but this is a draft of the past. As you can see with the great, was that Jerry logo now is what it's called, but that was on the old school Taco Bell restaurant up there with Pizza Hut. Absolutely
Yeah.
just vintage and just top tier. And I wish I could zoom in on this, but then I can't move the pictures around because I'm not cool to have 2 screens like everybody else does. But it is a snake draft, and I did a random order, and you do get to go first, and I will go over these items here just so you are aware of what they are. But it has that Arch Deluxe that we were talking about with the semen on the sandwich,
Mm-hmm.
the McShaker, super size fries, the Bigfoot pizza. Now, this is, I know you're probably thinking like, oh, they already have the baked apple pies. This is when they were fried apple pies. The rodeo burger from McDonald's, or not McDonald's, from Burger King, that has the barbecue sauce and the onion rings on it. The big bucket of spaghetti. The chilito, what the hell was it? The chili beef.
Chalupa? No.
No,
No.
not chalupa. It's the chilitos, I think is what they were called. But that was an item in the 90s as well. The Pizzone from Pizza Hut. The double decker taco. The 5 for $5 from Arby's. The Super Bar for $2.99. Popcorn chicken. The McPizza. potato wedges from KFC, which again, I guess that's another thing too. They got rid of those. I think we still have them in my area, but now it's a regional thing. The Pizza Hut buffet. So we will each pick 3, and then we can kind of determine who has the best overall team.
Give me the
So
pizza
do whenever you're
buffet.
ready. You
Damn.
stupid slut. You stupid slut. No, did I have this up? Is it not going to show it on there? Dude, I did this right. Hold on. I know what I'm doing now, I think.
Just got to bring it to the front. That's all.
Yep.
So Matt just got back. He can zoom in.
Oh, is Matt in there? Can he?
Yeah.
Can he? Oh, yeah. Hey, Matt, if you're in here, why don't you? Yeah, you take it. Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna quit. I'm gonna quit touching it. If he's in here, take control, my friend. Oh wait, I probably have to quit sharing my screen. Oh no, he has to do it. Okay. But he's probably looking at this too. Obviously, he didn't make this one. I did this one on my own too, and he's probably like, "Good God, look at this trash."
He wants to kill you right now.
Yep.
Oh, I bet he does. He's like, "What? What did he do? Do I need to hit Control Z?" Oh, there
There
it is.
you go.
There we go. There we go. I tried it out too before we did this, and it was working flawlessly. That's what pisses me off. I tried. Well, if you went with the Pizza Hut buffet, I'm gonna go with. I gotta go with the 5 for $5 with Arby's. Like that's.
Hey, go full screen. Can you?
Yep. Boom.
Well, I don't think I've eaten half of the things, actually more than that on this list. So I'm gonna go with KFC wedges, man. They were delicious. Now
Top tier.
they're anemic. I mean, I thought ours still had them. Now I'm gonna have to look. You're gonna have me open up Uber Eats. They're gonna be like, "Oh, do you still want to eat KFC?"
And you get to pick again too.
Oh shit. Okay. All right.
Snake draft.
Let's see. Man, am I just gonna go all fries? I gotta go supersized fries, bro.
Damn it.
I mean, it's not my fault some fat pieces of shit were dying because that's all they were eating.
Man, I think they still have the Bazone, but maybe it's called something different. But man, I think the Bazone's a good one. But you know what? Give me that Bigfoot pizza. I need it. I need 2 square feet of pizza.
Damn, dude, they did get rid of tenders. I mean, wedges.
That was the only thing that was good there. Like what?
Their
in the
fries
world?
now are secret recipe fries. They're just regular fries that are seasoned. That is gay.
Trash.
That is
We need to go try
so
this
gay.
stuff. We need like our extremely like teenage palates and stuff need to go review some of these foods. Is that a cat that was just like sharking it up across the screen with its tail?
Yeah.
I do want to eat their new Mike's Hot Honey chicken sandwich though. And, I love Mike's Hot Honey.
Heck yeah.
Oh, I heard about that in prison.
Huh.
Mike doesn't have a last name, if you're wondering.
Yeah.
No, it is hot.
So give me
All
that
right,
big
Goot.
bucket of spaghetti, man.
You piece of shit, too. I was debating on that one. That sounds so good.
I'd eat it. I wouldn't even think about it. I would be eating it right now.
It's amazing too, because looking it up, the breadsticks are free with it.
I would get it just for the breadsticks itself.
Exactly. Then lastly, give me the rodeo burger, please. I have to have a burger on there. I got pizza, spaghetti, and a burger. I'm in heaven.
You know what? You make a fair point about having a variety, and that's why I'm going to go with the super bar. Give me all you can eat taco, pasta, and you can skip the salad, but it's there for looks. There was dessert too, and if you can get a Frosty, if that includes Frosties, dude, oh my God, you're going to see me on my 700-pound life.
Game changer. Gotta go popcorn chicken, man. I don't think I've eaten anything else on here.
I mean, like,
Never had
so
a big pizza, that's for damn sure. Oh man, the Little Caesars pasta looks good, dude.
Dude, I know.
I'm so
I
mad
know.
that I didn't even know it existed.
We should start a petition to bring that back. Can you imagine that? Just walking around and just carrying a big old like ice cream bucket full of pasta. Like, that's crazy. How many times do you think somebody got into an accident and just pasta just went everywhere? Like 2 gallons of just.
It probably caused the accident. 100%.
Exactly.
Someone's eating they're getting to the last strands and they're just kind of pouring it into their mouth. Or driving with their knee, trying to get the pasta with the breadsticks. And maybe that's just what I would do.
I would do the
If
same
they
thing.
added meatballs to that bad boy, immediately I would be heading to Little Caesars right now just to get those. If they can guarantee me, they're like, hey, there's at least 15 meatballs in there, I'm like, take my money. Take my money.
Well, what do you think it would cost now, though? Inflation. It was what, $8.88, you said? It's got to be, what, $20?
No,
Yeah,
the pizza
I was
world
thinking-
hasn't changed that much. So think about that Bigfoot pizza was $10.99 for 2 square feet of pizza, right? So you have that Big Dipper pizza now that's, oh shit, I guess it is like $19.99. So
It's double the price.
Exactly.
$14.99 is what I think that Little Caesars would charge for a bucket of spaghetti now. Dude, they housed Rosa Parks until she died. They're good people. They are gonna save us with a bucket of spaghetti again for $14.99. Bring it back.
You know, the bottom thing in all the menus on here is like the McSalad shakers. Why? Like, just burn it. Just put that shit in a fun incinerator. If you ate a McShaker, you are. I was gonna say the F word. I stopped myself.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's called
I can feel it
growth.
coming.
Oh.
I felt it coming. I'm like, here it
Well,
comes.
no, I was gonna say you're a McFat. You know, like one of those. Add the Mick in front of it. Get
Yeah,
creative. Good.
You're
I'm
a,
better than that, guys.
No,
you're a foodie?
a
Better than
bazzone. A bazzone's still good though. I with a bazzone and a double decker taco. Isn't that kind of like? Don't they have something similar to that now? Is it like a gordita? No. What the hell is that?
Cheesy gordita crunch.
Isn't that similar to that?
Yeah.
See,
Sort
I
of.
would eat one of those. And then the chilito, that looks like add a couple Fritos to that bad boy. That's a mobile Frito pie. I would just shit good. I like it. Off with that Arch Deluxe though. That semen on that burger. That Dijonnaise. I wish Matt was here so he could actually try to pronounce that word. What was that? Oh, I can't. I'm gonna have to look back what that was. Permanchow. I can't remember what the hell it was. Oh, he's got messages in here too. Oh, no chance he says it right. Okay.
So the event for Taco Bell is called Live Mas. I don't think that's what you would do eating Taco Bell.
No. I do like their names, like the Weak Knees Fire, the Zab's Hot Ranch, the purple chili sauce, crispy fajitas, the queso fundido rolled chicken tacos, taquitos, the brisket taco. I would love for poutine fries to see how they do with that. But they have a lot of like dessert stuff too. I'm impressed.
Yeah, they're gonna have a Mexican pizza empanada,
Yeah.
taco dia. I don't know what the hell is that. An oversized taco shell made with a corn flour tortilla filled with carne asada melted cheese. It's just the same thing, just in a different. They
Different
just use
name.
different vehicles. That's
Yeah.
all
I
it
just want
is.
to go. Imagine the swag that you get too. They're like, hey, everyone leaves with nachos and cinnamon twist. I'm like, yeah, I'm so glad I got invited to this thing.
Dude, queso fundido rolled chicken taquitos sounds delicious.
I know, right? I'd buy that in a heartbeat.
I hate that we film during dinner. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm always just like, by the time that we're in this, I'm like, oh, I cannot wait to devour whatever the hell is. If food is not ready by the time I get there, they're just gonna have some black eyes.
Dude, I'm pretty sure since it's been us three, that's all we've talked about is food.
I know, right?
The past month has just been us talking about food for like 90%. People probably are listening to this and are like, holy shit, I am so hungry after I listen to these.
No,
I'm trying to
100%.
see. I don't see Pizza Hut having the they have the meat lovers melt. It's like a meat, it's kind of the same thing. It's like a pizza rolled in half, basically.
so is that what it's called now? So, because I know it used to be called a bazzone, but now I know
What
it
do
was
they
something
It looks like
different.
if you look it up on Uber Eats, it looks like they just took a piece of pizza and just flipped, and it's so you know.
Uber Eats.
And then what else did they got here? I haven't eaten Pizza Hut in years.
Everyone out pizzas the Hut.
That's true.
But now I'm telling you, it's still on. If it would let me.
I mean, they have the pasta still. Their breadsticks are so bad compared to someone.
Do you guys have like that $7 lineup deal thing or whatever where you can get anything for $7?
No.
I don't know. My Uber Eats isn't. It's going to be probably quadruple what it normally would be.
This is
like a personal pan
you're
pizza
right.
with Uber Eats is $8.89. It's as much as the fuck 2-foot pizza. Fuck stupid inflation bullshit.
Thank you, Matt.
I did look at the time here too, but I guess just real quick too, before we let you guys go. So the final verdict, bring it back or leave it dead. So out of the choices that we had originally that we drafted, which one would you guys bring back? And which one would you leave dead? Or what's your top choice? What would you bring back out of all those things that we spoke about today?
Spaghetti bucket. If they even had like decorations or like different themes for it, it wouldn't miss.
Hands down. If there's nothing, we all agree the spaghetti bucket it has to be the one we bring back. And if it's not the McShakers, you're a piece of shit. The McShakers should stay dead forever.
That or
unless you're
parfait
putting
cup.
some more shake in that shaker.
If I see you eating a parfait or a McShaker, I'm punching you in the face in the streets. It's on sight, okay? But I'm bringing back the Pizza Hut buffet, man. Those vintage, like the red hut with the red cups and the little chandeliers above. Something. If heaven is real, it's me getting to inside of an old red Pizza Hut and getting unlimited cherry Coke and just going to town on some pizza, man. Well. Did you guys have any other 90s things that you wanted to bring up before we leave or anything? Or anything we may have missed?
I saw Mondo. I got an email saying they're bringing like the Street Shark toys back. There's like a special promotion they're doing Street Sharks. I saw that we talked about that last week. I'm like, read my mind.
That was my favorite shit when I was younger, dude. I love that. And shark fruit snacks with the fucking mystery flavor, the white one that was always quite delicious. I don't know what it was, but it was, dude.
I swear we're like Miss Cleo, because towards anytime that we talk about anything, like it just comes back. Like I don't know what it is. Every episode we'll talk about something. Next week either that person's dying, or I found out too that, speaking of dying, Gene Hackman, apparently Hoosier is a slang term in St. Louis for poor white people. And when I looked it up too to see if this was an actual fact, I'm like, this can't be a thing. And I looked it up and it goes, yeah. It also described it as people who visit Branson, Missouri often. And I'm like, we go there like 3 times a year. And I was like, son of a bitch.
You're a Hoosier bitch.
I'm white trash and it's been confirmed in different slang terms. And I'm like, God damn it. It is all over from here. But so I will leave you guys with, and my fellow Hoosiers, was 20% off at your local Branson tour. Hop on to Silver Dollar City, get yourself some season passes. Today's the last day to get it. Okay, no, I'm just fucking with you guys, but been a pleasure with you guys talking about some of these fast food things. Let us know in the comments too what you guys think. What did we miss? Something? What was your favorite? Would you eat a bucket of spaghetti? Would you sign a petition to get it back? Let us know. But Burley, hit us with your outro, that sultry voice. Let's go.
Tony, Matt, Tyson, Goot, you been and Rob are bringing this show for y'all. They're gonna say what they want and keep it raw with the show called Body Wrong.